Hi guys, a few days ago a very serious incident took place at an asylum centre which culminated in the death of one individual. As we get more and more information, it appears that overcrowding at the facility led to unrest there. But what is most damning of all is that there was a political decision behind the lack of space. The choice not to book extra hotels or find other accommodation was taken by the former, now current Home Secretary Suella Braverman. And she either needs to take responsibility for this or resign. Have a listen to one MP, Sir Roger Gale, who visited the asylum centre recently.
Hugely depressed because when I last visited in July, it was a good facility, being very well run, with people moving through as they were intended to. That's how the facility was set up. What I saw yesterday, and indeed previously on Thursday, was a deterioration actually between Thursday and yesterday. The staff, the Home Office staff, the civilian staff, the medical staff are doing a fantastic job under very difficult circumstances. But the fact of the matter is, it is overwhelmed and it is wholly unacceptable.
The Chief Inspector said that he thought the conditions were dangerous and that the conditions in which some people were being held left him speechless. Is that a view you share?
I don't entirely share the Inspector's view. The food and catering facilities are excellent. The care on the part of the people looking after people is good. The medical facilities are excellent. There are simply far too many people there, and this situation should never have been allowed to develop. And I'm not sure that it hasn't almost been developed deliberately.
Deliberately? Why?
It appears, I was told that the Home Office was finding it very difficult to secure hotel accommodation. I now understand that this was a policy issue and that a decision was taken not to book additional hotel space. Now, Nick, that's like driving a car down a motorway, seeing the motorway clear ahead, then there's a car crash, and then suddenly there's a 5-mile tailback. The car crash was the decision not to book more hotel space.
And there you have it. And who decided that? Well, the Home Secretary, it seems. The Home Secretary Suella Braverman, who was talking about, her dream being to send people back to Rwanda. I don't know if it's an attempt to keep racists and bigots happy, and she doesn't actually believe it, or she actually believes it herself. That she actually believes in these draconian measures. She believes we need to punish asylum seekers. We need to make their lives as miserable as possible. Or if it's a decision, well, we need to keep the racists and bigots happy, so we avoid sending asylum seekers to hotels, for example. See, the problem is, instead of actually dealing with this, instead of actually investing in this, because, look, asylum cases need to be processed as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. If they take months, it means that there's a backlog, and you're going to have more and more people arriving, and they have to be housed somewhere. So the dilemma for the Conservatives is that they're trying to demonize these people, say that they're a problem, that we need to send gunboats or whatever to send them back. So they want to keep the racists, in a sense, happy by appearing as hardline as possible. But that means that they can't invest in proper facilities because it will piss off the racists. They also don't want to hire more staff because there's a cost related to that, and they can't justify that to the racists. So this is, once again, it's a political decision. We want to keep the racists happy, which is a ridiculous idea because racists will never be happy, but we want to keep them on side. We want to demonize refugees, and we don't want to put them into hotels or in the local community because it will piss off the racists. We don't want to build new facilities because there's a cost related to that. That will piss off the racists because they'll say, why are you building these facilities? We don't want them. We should just be sending these people back. And they don't want to hire new staff to process claims, to speed up the process of the application, because that would piss off the racists as well, because you're spending money on hiring new staff. And you also have the problem as well is that the Conservatives want to cut back on public spending. So they don't want to hire more staff to process claims because they're expected to cut back on staff. So you have this perfect storm, and the racism thrown in, and this attempt to keep the racists on board. resulting in disasters like this. And where is the Home Secretary? Nowhere to be found. She's avoided interviews with the media. She's not going to the House of Commons, it seems, to answer questions. What is the role? Why is she there? I think her primary purpose is just to prop up Rishi Sunak's government, to have a headbanger on board, to keep the headbangers happy. But she's not doing her job. And this is having serious consequences. As Roger Gale said here, the people working there are doing a wonderful job. They're providing wonderful services for these refugees, for these asylum seekers. But there isn't enough space because a political decision was taken not to send people to hotels or other accommodation. Why? To appear tough? To keep bigots and racists happy? Is that it? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.